So hello everyone. So we are going to start today Azure data engineering demo. Okay. So especially we are going to get the idea on especially what is the role of the data engineering. Okay, where it is actually sitting in the in the entire data flow actually. Okay, and not only that, we are going to understand that in organization how this is crucial, how it is important for them. And to implement this technology wise, the cloud Azure we selected. So in the Azure cloud, what are all resources we need to do this data engineering tasks? Okay. So mainly all those things we are going to get the clarity and about the course, about the instructor. So that's what the agenda for today's class actually. Okay. So without much delay, let us try to start. Okay, so just for smooth running, I'm just muting all of you. Okay. Definitely, I will allow you to ask the whatever questions you have at the end. Okay. Just sit relaxedly, listen what we are saying. Okay. If you are completely new to this domain, or if you know already the domain, no worries. Please listen. Definitely, you will find something new. Okay. And at the end, feel free to ask the doubts. Okay. Please hold all your doubts. Definitely, I will answer. Yeah. So let us start. So as I told, agenda for the demo is mainly what is data engineering we are going to see. That's what we should understand actually, because whatever task you are going to play, you should know that where actually it is lying down. Okay. So, and then what are the responsibility after understanding the data engineering meaning is what, then definitely it is easy to identify the responsibilities of a data engineer, and then after these things to implement to practically make it possible, technology wise what we are going to use, that's what technology is required in cloud the Azure actually. And about the instructor, so after all these things coming to the course wise and instructor wise, so you should get the confidence on the instructor. Okay. So what is the about the instructor we will see, then regular class details and all other stuff, whatever is required for you, we are going to see. And very importantly, question and answers we are going to see at the end. Okay. So that's what the main agenda. So let us go ahead with the same manner. So here if you see, this is the very regular diagram I used to discuss actually for every batch. And this is very traditional diagram. And but this is going to give you the lot of clarity for the especially data engineers. Okay. So if you take any organization, so in general, we are going to have a organization, they might have some businesses. So that business may exist in different places, or their business generating the data maybe from the multiple places. Okay. Whatever be the reason, we are not going to bother. We are going to, as a layman, we are going to understand that data is going to generate from multiple sources. Multiple devices may be generating the data. Okay. Multiple locations may be generating the data. So many reasons is there. Simply, we are going to take some data is there in different places. So that's what here you can see data sources. Suppose if you take e-commerce business, okay, or if you take any businesses which you are seeing very familiarly. So for example, Reliance is there, Reliance Trends is there. So across the country, their stores are there. Every store is generating some data actually. So that's what multiple locations data is generating. So, so multiple databases will be there for their business. So CRM system will be there, ERP model will be there, or web events may be there, IoT devices may be there. So like this, many things are going to generate the data for their organization actually. So just in olden days, people just generating the data, storing in the databases or data warehouse or somewhere, just to track the history only. But nowadays, data is actually the main key thing for the business's improvement. Means what actually? They are going to find out the insights from this data actually. They are going to identify the patterns of a customer, interests of a customer. So specific timing, region, wise, how businesses is happening. So that's what identifying the insights. So by implementing those insights, they are going to improve the business actually. So that is what very, very important thing. So, so just a minute. So this is what data is generating in multiple sources actually. So then finally, the thing is what from this data, they want to find out the insights of a business. That is what the target. So this insights is not happening that much easily actually. So you have to consolidate or you have to bring this whole data to one place actually. So that's what, first of all, you are going to extract this data from all these sources to one location. So that's what extracting the data from these sources into the staging area especially. Okay. So after bringing this raw data, you can call, okay, multiple names are there. So this data bringing from multiple sources to this staging area, definitely the data is generating from these things. There is a lot of unnecessary data also will be there. So a lot of modifications you have to perform. Okay. So as per the convenience of the data storage type, suppose database is one way it is going to store, file type is one way going to store. So basing on the storage type, okay, data is going to store. So all the data you brought it here. So finally you need to bring into one form, easily understandable structured form actually. That's what you need to perform transformation. This is really very, very, very important for any data engineer actually. Okay. So that's what extracting the data, transforming the data. Okay. Okay. So that is what one thing. After this transforming the data, okay, we need to load that data into the data warehouse. That's what the final step. So doing till here it is fine. Okay, transforming the data. This is what you are going to get the clarity in the upcoming slides. So now we are just seeing the flow of the data, how it is happening. So extracting, transforming, and then from the staging area, that data you are transforming and loading into data warehouse. That is fully prepared data, ready to use data actually. So by using this prepared data, where unnecessary things are removed, then you are going to generate business intelligence reports actually. So that's what analytics you are performing, or you might doing uh, maybe machine learning team may be using, data science team may be using this data actually. So this data now becoming the source for multiple things. Okay. So this is what where reports are generated. Now in this whole journey of the data, you see what we have done, extracting the data. That's what one thing you did from multiple sources to the staging area. Then definitely this data is going to have a lot of unnecessary things or some new derived data you need to generate. So that's what transformations are going to take care. So in these transformations, you are going to perform aggregations also. And then finally, this data you should load into the actual destination actually. Sync you need to select and then you are going to load this data. So in this whole thing, data engineer is going to work in this path, in this way actually. So that is what very important. That's what ETL. So ETL is not at all a new word. It is there from last many years, many decades actually. So data definitely going to generate from multiple locations. So the people are going to extract it, transform it and load it. But now you are going to do that task by using cloud technologies and very efficiently than traditional technologies you are going to do. That's what the difference. So that's why new role, new name is came from last few years. That is what data engineer. Okay. So first of all, hope you got the data engineer where actually he is going to work. So that is very, very important. Okay. So on top of this discussion, let us see the next one. So what are the responsibilities of a data engineer? Now, the important thing is after understanding the previous slide, this slide is actually continuation. So that is with that backup understanding, you can understand now what we are going to discuss. What are the sources of the data actually? So the data, see, the main thing is here, responsibilities means it is very natural that as a data engineer, you are going to sit with your client, definitely basing on your level of experience, basing on your expertise. So you are going to sit with the client, then you are going to, first of all, you should understand the system of the client actually, how the data is going to generate multiple sources or what like that. So basing on the previous slide, so very important thing, very important question you have to keep in your mind when you sit with the client is, what are the different sources of the data? So like what we discussed earlier, if it is a database, what type of database it is? So means SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, Cosmos DB, like that many databases are there, right? Technologies. So what sources they have actually to generate the data? Because accordingly you are going to generate, you are going to prepare the scripts. So that's what the very important thing. Then next one is, what is the format of the source data? So especially this is really very important thing for us as a data engineer. Okay. So how and all is, for example, data is going to exist in different forms. So that is, for example, structured data, okay, unstructured data, okay, semi-structured data. So what does it mean? Structured data means it is in a table, rows and columns form. So especially if you take a database, table data actually. So rows will be there, columns will be there. So that is called structured data. If you take a CSV file, so that is a structured data actually. Unstructured means text data, image data, video data, audio data, all these things, unstructured data actually. Then if you take the semi-structured, so JSON data, okay, XML data like this. See, simply first of all, whether you know all these words priorly or not, no worries at all. But simply data is going to exist in different forms. Of course, mostly you will handle with structured data and sometimes JSON data we are going to see in our discussions. Okay. So if anything is there, we will see actually. Okay. So you should know the format, accordingly your development will be there. That's why this is the one of the basic question you should keep in mind, and you should get the clarity with the client actually. Okay. And then how would I transform this data actually? So especially transformation is really a crucial thing than the extracting the data, because transformations you can perform with multiple technologies. Basing on the budget of the client, you are going to select the technology also, because transformations you can do with the your SQL technology, or you can do with the especially data factory we are going to see in the upcoming discussion, or you can do with the Databricks, all these things actually. So multiple things are there. So how you will transform the data? That's what you need to understand the data wise how it will be. Then accordingly transformations you are going to plan. Then accordingly you are selecting the technologies. That's what next technologies part we are going to see. So then the very important thing is actually along with you, suppose if it is a reporting project, your project is actually a reporting project. That means you ultimately you need to generate the reports actually. So ultimately, if you need to generate the reports, okay. So he should understand that what he should display in the reports. So Power BI, if you take, so you are going to generate different types of reports, dashboards you are going to create. So what kind of what it should answer finally, what question it should answer. That's what very important. Simple. For example, I need monthly sales. How much is happening? That is what the question. So that is what he should understand. First of all, basing on this one, this entire thing is dependent actually. Okay. I want to display monthly sales, how much is happening. So to answer this question, you should identify corresponding data sources. Okay. You should extract it. If anything transformations required, you have to perform. Then aggregations, if anything is there, you have to perform. So that's what this is the very, very important question actually. Ultimately, what this is the front face, what should show to the client finally. That's what kind of questions it should answer finally. Okay. As usually, basing on the previous slide discussion, where is the sync location? Destination is what? So finally, again, it is a database, data store, or file format, or API endpoint, or multiple things will be there. So you will get the clarity in the training actually. So that's what the destination part you should understand, where you have to finally load the transformed data actually. Okay. So that is what the data engineer responsible for, making sure that data flows smoothly from source to destination for evolution. So that means all unnecessary data you are removing, and if any corrections are there, you are doing it. And then if any aggregations are there, you are doing it. That's what evolution calling as a transformations. Then that might be using by the data science people, machine learning people, or reporting people. That depends basing on your project, or multiple projects may use finally what data you loaded into the data warehouse. So this is what simply the overview, what responsibilities data engineer, what are the basic questions he should have in his mind before sitting with the client actually. Okay. So that's what the responsibilities part. So this is very, very important. Basing on the last two slides discussion, one way you have to understand what technologies is required mandatorily, especially to do the data engineering task in the cloud Azure, and at the same time, the curriculum of the training actually. So training in our training, especially what we are going to see. So this is going to answer both the ways. One is Azure SQL Server. So mandatorily, whoever is in the data domain, maybe database developer, data engineer, data analytics person, or data science person, mandatorily one database technology you should know. So we are going to take here Azure SQL Server. SQL Server is from Microsoft actually. So 90% of the times you are going to use SQL Server only in a cloud site. Okay. So that's why one of the SQL technology we selected SQL Server. Believe me, this technology is one thing which is evergreen, not a SQL Server, SQL technology. So learning one SQL technology, suppose SQL Server, you know that. So it is same, almost syntactically it is same in Oracle, MySQL, or any other database technology. That is the one very, very good advantage we have actually. Okay. So by knowing one technology, you are going to
You are on mute, Achyut.
Yeah, yeah. Am I audible now? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah,
Hello.
yeah. You are
Yeah, Ajit.
audible.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So sorry for interrupt. Some network issue. So hope I am clearly audible. Right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Let us continue. Thank you. So now, one thing I'm sincerely we are going to discuss from the scratch.
We have again lost you, sir.
Yeah,
You're not audible again.
Yeah, just 1 minute. Yeah. So just confirm one more time. Am I audible clearly?
yeah.
Anyone?
You,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yes,
yes,
we
sir.
can.
Yeah. Yeah. Now continue. So here you can see the SQL technology is one thing. You should concentrate like anything. This is going to help you in many ways. So 15 years back, 20 years back, what SQL is there, what I learned in my academics, what I used 10 years back in the industry, same SQL even now also, believe or not. You can cross check whoever is experienced, same thing. But technologies are changing, evolving. But if suppose now data factory is came or Databricks is there, even in that also you are integrating the SQL technologies and you are writing those SQL queries actually. So we are going to spend much time. We are going to spend enough time in this technology. We are going to discuss from the scratch. You no need to worry whether you know it or not earlier. So uh, everything we are going to discuss from the scratch. That is the default thing. Okay. Then on top of this understanding, very important thing is for data migration purpose especially. So because basing on our understanding, data we are migrating from one place to another place simply. So of course it is capable to do many other things also, but the main beauty is here data migration from source to destination. Data factory people are going to use. Okay. So that's what we are going to see. This is actually here scripting queries we are going to write down here. And here it is drag and drop. So 100 to 100% this is drag and drop. Okay. So the thing is you should be logically good. Programming wise here the thing is there. Drag and drop basing on the requirement you should be in a position to do what are the corresponding tasks you need to use actually. So you will understand it very easily. Then after that very important thing is Databricks. So this Databricks is going to is the game changer in your career if you take it very seriously. Okay. So this is for mainly data processing actually. So here coding will be there. So these are the main three superheroes in our data engineering in the cloud Azure. Okay. Migration you are doing with the data factory. Data processing you are going to do with the Databricks, and then some scripts we are going to prepare here in the SQL Server. Okay. So that is what these three combination is the core for data engineering. So we should understand all these things from the scratch. We are going to discuss everything from the scratch. So transformations part you can do here, you can do here, you can do it here. Whenever huge amount of data is there, or if your logic is really big, very complex, then Databricks is the better choice it is going to performance wise, time wise, memory wise, it is going to show you the great performance improvement actually. So that's why Databricks is very, very important thing. Understand. So in this, we are going to see the PySpark. Even this also from the scratch, we are going to see. So that is the simple thing. Okay. So these three, upon knowing these three, the bonus for us is Synapse also 90% we know actually. If you know all these three, Azure's Synapse Analytics know already 90%. So though we are not spending much time on the Synapse, okay, but still we are mentioned in the curriculum is by knowing these three, because what you learned here, exactly same environment ready-madely available here. Here as a separate sources you are seeing all together. That means PySpark related notebooks or data factory related pipelines you can create, server database related things you can create. Not only this, few more things are there. Data lake also you can identify here actually. Power BI related also you can identify here. So that's why knowing all these things, Synapse also we know actually. So we will spend very less time to show you that all these things, how it is integrated in one Azure technology. Okay. But people, suppose in your resume, somebody may mention that we need a Synapse resources, Synapse experienced person. That means no worries at all. You already know the Synapse if you know all these things. Okay, to give that clarity, because otherwise people thinking that this is a separate resource. So now here data lake or blob, main words are data lake or blob. These are the data stores actually where you are going to keep your file type of data, images, text type, audio type, video type, any other data. You are going to keep it here. These are the Azure resources only. From the day one onwards or in the first week of the actual training onwards, you are going to see these resources. Okay. So then Delta Lake, very, very trending one. So here in the, this is part of the Databricks actually, but separately we mentioned here because this is one of the technology people are using in every Databricks project actually. Okay. So Delta Lake is one, is like a data warehouse or database actually, where you are going to keep the data. So the beauty of this one is it is not a table. It is a file and you can query on these files. So like a tables, you can use the files. Here in the, here actually purely tables will be there. Here purely files will be there. On files querying is not possible. On tables only querying is possible. It have its own advantages. It have its own advantages. Advantages of both is actually Delta Lake. Okay. So that's why very important. We are going to deep dive like anything in this part actually when we are discussing Databricks. So that is going to make you pro in this particular thing actually. Okay. So these are all the technologies wise. Not only this, some other supporting technologies are there, but we are not going to discuss completely these technologies. One of the technologies is Logic-Up, but for the scenarios of our data engineering in the Azure cloud, we need the help of this other technology in the Azure. So that is Logic-Up, and another one is Key Vault. So these are the different technologies we are going to use in our whole discussion here and there actually. Of course, you are going to understand almost all actually, but officially I'm not mentioning because these technologies is not the main goal. Okay. So in many other domains also will use these technologies. So basing on their purpose, they have their own purposes actually. So if they need these things, they will just use it. That's all. So we no need to spend much time to learn on these technologies. Automatically in very short time you will understand. Then very, very important thing is just learning the technologies is not going to help you to keep in your resume as a relative experience 2 years, 3 years. But doing the hands-on part on the real-time scenarios, what we are discussing, what we are doing in our real time, as it is, we are going to discuss as a scenarios. So around 30, we are going to discuss in our class. So by doing these things, your confidence level is exactly, your experience level is exactly minimum to minimum 3 years actually. So doing the hands-on is really matter. Okay. So that's what scenarios we are going to discuss. Very, very important thing. Then another thing is project. So here, one live project we are going to see from the scratch. So project is not just the implementation part. Okay. So sitting with the client, understanding the requirement to post-production, till the post-production, what are all the different phases are there. In this whole thing, there is a phase called development. So that's what we learned in this. That is a small portion, not a small portion, it is a some portion. But what are all different things will be there? All those things we are going to understand. That's what the real project, not just the implementation part. So one live project we are going to see from the scratch. So almost it will take more than 1 week actually to discuss all different phases. Then two pre-recorded projects, okay, which we discussed for the previous batches. So one is a similar type of project what we are discussing, but the technologies are different. And another one is API related, okay. So data migration is happening to the API endpoint actually, okay. So this is one of the unique project, not one of the, this is a unique project. You will never find anywhere. In anywhere you cannot find this project actually. Very, very interesting one. More than 10 plus hours is there, which I discussed for previous batches. These two, what I am saying, first two projects, one live and another one, these two regularly happening projects actually. And this is very rare project. Complex logics are there, algorithms are there. Our own scripts are there actually. It is more than 1.5 year project we discussed to our students previously. But this is not because it is not a regular project. Whoever it is interested, for them I am providing the recordings. And this we are going to discuss, which is in your real time also happening very regularly. So that's why slight modification happened. Anyhow, you are going to get the benefit of 3 pre-recorded. You are going to get the access, and one live project we are going to see in the training actually. This is what overall curriculum, very, very important thing. So hope lot of questions answered in this slide, but still if anything is there, definitely I will answer. Okay. Now myself, you might know most of you, my name is Achyut Kumar. Okay. I did my MTech from National Institute of Technology, Calicut, which is there in the Kerala. So these are all my GATE ranks. Hope you know the GATE exam, one of the toughest exam actually in India. So out of 100 people, so 7 to 9% of the people will qualify the exam. Okay. So out of that, my best rank is 400, remaining all as a habit. I written multiple some ranks actually all India wise. Then my current role is Azure data lead actually. Whether it is a trainer, teaching or IT related, anything. Total 13 years of experience. Then these are all the different colleges where I performed trainings actually for placement training, for GATE trainings or whatever. Okay. Multiple are there. Just some of them I mentioned, which I remember. Okay. And then very important thing is, if you go to the Udemy, if you type my name, Achyut, or if you type Edufulness, you will find more than 25 plus courses. It is around 30 courses you will find actually. Out of that, my courses are 17 are there. Okay. All of them are computer science related. Core computer science courses are there, and technology courses are there, like Databricks, PySpark, or Data Factory, SQL Server, like that. Many are there. Okay. or data structures and algorithms. So there are many courses are there. Most of them are bestseller or top rated, which are going to given by Udemy actually. So if your course is selling many people if taken, because same course might created by many other instructors. So which course is going to have a more sales in a certain duration, for that course you are going to get the tag bestseller. So mine is many of them are there, top rated are also there out of 5. Okay. So now coming to the course. Okay. Class related details. What is the prerequisite? So really here there is no prerequisite. Only some minimum thing is you should have a good communication. Okay, you should understand the English. That's what, because classes will happen in English. And then another thing is willing to learn. That is the very important thing. So you have to push yourself to attend the regularly the classes, understanding it, doing the hands-on, then doing the homework. So always 3 steps here actually. So live class attendance is really matter, followed by doing your hands-on part is really matter. So that real depth you will understand, not just attending the classes will make you to understand the depth by doing hands-on part, what we discussed in the class that day. Next day you try to do the hands-on. Then definitely most of the days you are going to get small or big homework actually. So that homework is going to give you the lot of confidence. This is going to make you understand the depth. This is going to build the confidence to handle any situation. So on top of every topic or everyday class, uh, definitely you will get a small or big homework. So those homeworks you try to complete it and get the confidence. So that is the very important thing. Okay. Then, so today just a demo only. So though I mentioned today's date, so tomorrow onwards regular classes will start. That means we are going to start the actual classes. Like we will start with the SQL part first, because in every phase SQL we are going to use. Even if you start data factory also, in the data factory you have to use the SQL. So all these are integrated together actually. So that's why first SQL we are going to discuss, especially in this week, 70% we are going to discuss the SQL. Then Azure actually, we are not going to start the data factory first. Azure related some basic concepts we are going to start this week. So remaining 30% every day we are going to see. So that by the end of this week, so classes will happen Monday to Friday. By end of this Friday, you will get the basics of the Azure and some portion of the SQL we are going to complete actually. Okay. So with that, we can start data factory. So I will come to the another prerequisite in the next slide. So, and then class timings are same timing, what you attended today, 8:30 to 9:30. Then duration is 2 months. So you can take 1 week minimum extra. That depends basing on your queries, basing on the topics, basing on the phase we maintained in the discussion. Okay. So 2 months minimum, you can take it actually. So in the end of the December, definitely we can mostly 95% of the course might completed. Maybe project part we are going to see. So that means course is almost completed, because project is nothing but integration of all the scenarios only. Okay. Then course fees is 15,000. Even especially for this also, what I'm saying is, you can you might gone through other institutes also. Whatever I don't know, but this is the lowest fees in the market actually. Okay. And another thing is, this is especially for the student benefit only, or learner benefit only. So recordings we are going to provide after the class. So what class is happened, as suppose today's class, whatever demo is happening, same thing recording in the form of recording you are going to get actually. So let me show you the lastly completed batch recordings. So let me share you that screen. So here you can see, this is what July batch which completed. Like this, you are going to get the concepts actually. So what topic is there and what is the recording link? So like this, you are going to get. So that by just seeing the name here, okay, you can understand by just seeing here the topic, corresponding link you can open, you can see it actually. If you miss the class, no worries at all. Worst case, you have the backup. And these recordings, you will get at least 2 years. On top of that, if you need still, definitely we will provide. We don't have any issue actually. So definitely you will get the recordings. Okay. So sometimes what will happen is we will provide you the recordings through portal also. So you can see edufulness.com. So there is a website. In that website also the same course is there. So there also you will get the same thing actually. Sometimes we will provide that. Sometimes we will provide all the recordings in Google Drive. But there is no interruption to get the recordings to you actually. Okay. Okay. Then next one is as a bonus. So actually, as I told you, there are many computer science courses are there in the Udemy. So whichever courses you need, if you really willing to learn on top of the course, so I'm going to provide the free coupons actually. So if you see here Udemy, if you open, so today if you take any course, how the suppose my courses, you can type like my name here in the search bar, Achyut. So these are all my courses, you can see. So right now this is the cost. Okay. So if you need any course, we will generate the coupons. So by using those coupons, price will become 0. Whoever taking the admission, whoever really willing to learn extra, we are really willing to provide actually. Okay. So recommended is I have Python course, data structures and algorithms, one of the top rated course. So you can see that. So this is the data structures and algorithms. So it is almost, it is almost 44 hours course actually, you can see here. Okay. So these see, whoever want to logically improve, for them, this is the best recommended course. Programming wise, it is going to help you a lot. Okay. Logical purpose. Then Python, definitely trending course. If you want, definitely that coupons also we will provide. You can see the ratings, all these things. And the database management system, because you are in the data domain for the data engineering. So theoretical discussion understanding is also matter. So database management system is also there. This is the top rated course, top bestseller course actually. Okay. This is the bonus we are going to provide to the learners, whoever taking the admission. Okay. So this is the overall what is planned for today's discussion. Then this week, as I told you, SQL part mostly we are going to discuss, and Azure basics we are going to see. Next week onwards, data factory we are going to create. Data factory we are going to learn. So why second week onwards we started actual ADF discussion is, or Azure related discussion is. So this first week you need a account Azure actually. Tomorrow I will explain you all these things. You need a Azure account. Okay. To get this account, you need a credit card. Okay. So arrange all those things and you are going to have 30 days free trial. So 30 days means this 1 week anyhow we are spending much time on the SQL. So if you create this account, 7 days you are going to lose. So next Monday after our class, Monday class means Tuesday, you can start creating the Azure account. Then you can start what we discussed till that time. You can create in the account actually. So you no need to worry about the Azure account actually. The only thing is you just get ready with the credit card to create the account by next week. Okay. So that's why we planned all these things basing on these situations actually. Okay. So that's all about the demo. That means about the data engineering or about the class. So hope you understand it. So feel free if you have any doubts, any concerns.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Chitra. Actually, I have a query. Like, what level of expertise we need to be on the Python for learning this?
What?
How much expert we have to be on Python to be work on this subject?
Yeah. So see, the thing is, frankly, if you know Python, definitely that is added advantage. Okay. Especially in the Python, you should understand the OOPS concepts actually. But the thing is, believe me, without knowing Python also, PySpark, of course, PySpark is nothing but Python plus Spark engine only. But still, PySpark programming, you will understand it directly. Okay, without knowing Python also. Better if you know Python, definitely that is added advantage. Okay, so that's why my Udemy course I'm providing for free for the students actually. Okay. So minimum coding knowledge since not at all actually, that's what I mentioned already. So now onwards, you try to take the you try to every see simple. There are many success stories are there in last 2 years. Where I when I started this data engineering. Okay, so whether you know the coding, whether you are logically good or not, leave all these things. The only thing is try to do hands-on blindly every day. Attend the live class, clarify your doubts in the same day, and then next day you try to do your hands-on part, then to complete the homework. So automatically complete transformation will happen. So coding is not at all a big deal. That is not a new subject. Automatically in the course, logically, many things we are going to discuss in the form of scenarios. So Naveen, Nathan, you asked this question, right? Yeah. And another thing is, please attend first 3 classes completely free. Okay. And see, my YouTube channel is there. So here you can see. Go to the YouTube and then you can search here with Edufulness, whatever name you are seeing. Okay. So this is my channel. So what I am recommending to you all is, this is my channel. Okay. So there are already 180 plus videos are there. And in Udemy, this many courses are there. So if you open any course, you will find 5 to 10 videos as a sample videos freely. You can see them randomly. Randomly you take any course, randomly you see any video and go to this YouTube channel. 180 plus videos are there. Playlist if you see. Different types of playlists are there. You can see Data Factory, Databricks, PySpark related, SQL related, all these things, scenarios related. And first 3 live classes you attend it, then you take the decision. That's what I am saying. No need to take the admission blindly. So here already pre-recorded are there. Lot of content is there. It is more than enough to assess somebody, how they are teaching, what depth they are teaching, how pace they are maintaining, what flow they are maintaining. So all those things, whether it is understandable or not. And the live classes are also there for you. 3 classes free. So then you can take the decision on next Thursday to take the admission or not. Okay. So that's all. That's what my sincere request. Please attend first 3 classes. Okay. And always, if you have any doubt, feel free to call back to this number. This is my personal number. You can call me. definitely I will lift and I will answer all your questions. Okay. So if you have anything now also you can ask, or later also you can call back. So same link, yeah, tomorrow's class, I use the same link for tomorrow's class, or throughout this course, link is same. Only thing is after free period is over, we will restrict with your mail IDs. Okay. So this entire week you just join this using this link only, you join the class. Whatever link you have, you will get the recording also if you want to watch it, if you want to forward, and a link also same thing. Okay. So there are many people already taken the admission actually by having a referral actually from the previous batch. So that's why, because today is demo, some of them not attended anyhow, they seen already. Okay. So, but still what I am saying is you attend all 3 free classes and meanwhile go through my online content in the YouTube and then Udemy, then only you can take. That's what always, I never tell anybody to take that admission directly, or even after free 3 classes is over also, I will never call back, because you have to attend all the classes. If you need a good quality training, decide yourself by spending some time on all this content. Okay. So don't believe anybody blindly. By following few things, testing it, then only you can believe them. Okay. So if you have any doubts further, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll, yeah.
Will I be able to clear the Azure certification after finishing this course?
Yeah, exactly. There are many people already cleared the certification DP 203 exam. Okay. So the thing is, frankly, this training will help you to clear the DP 203 certification around 80%, because we are concentrating more on the real time.
Okay.
And this knowledge will help you to clear that exam 80%, remaining 20%. How to prepare, where to prepare, definitely we will guide, because certification means they will touch every corner of the technology, right?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, means we need to prepare extra for that 20%.
Yeah, definitely. I'm saying to be frankly, okay?
Okay,
Because
okay.
training is different, certification is somehow little extra. Means
Okay.
every corner they will touch. But
Okay.
our concentration is real time. You no need to
Okay.
see every small option in the technology actually. Okay.
Okay.
Real time is matter for us than the certification. Of course, certificate is inferentially certification also will.
Okay. Okay, I need to put extra effort for that after completing the
Yeah,
course.
I will guide you. I will guide you. I also completed recent. I also renewed recently.
Okay.
So definitely, I also even I am giving trainings before going the exam, I also will prepare 1 or 2 days. Okay.
Okay, okay, sir.
Sure.
Sure, sure.
Yeah. So I'm saying frankly, otherwise I can tell 100%, right?
Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Yep, yep.
Hey,
one
hi,
more.
Chetta.
Yes, Renu.
Any morning batch this month or
Yeah, morning batch we are starting maybe after 2 weeks exactly now, from now.
oh, again after 2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah, maybe I will start next week, but some my company call scheduled in morning Australia time, so that's why I'm
Hmm.
coming to
Okay.
next week.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Do you provide any interview questions like on real time basis, and then
Which one?
for interview questions or mock interview anything?
Yeah. So interview related, we will provide interview questions, and we will help you to prepare your resume based on your profile actually. So some people may be 5 years, 10 years, 3 years on different domains. So accordingly, we will help. Okay. And at the same time, if anybody need mock interview, so I will take the mock interview. So in these 3 ways, definitely we will help for your interview preparation. Okay. So I'm stopping here. Feel free to call back if you have any doubts, and don't forget to attend the classes. Okay. Next 3 days. And this is my personal number. Okay. So all the best for your bright future. So as I told, so assess how we are teaching by attending live classes, by spending some time on YouTube and Udemy. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all. Good night.
Thanks. Thanks, everyone.
But
Bye.
if you don't mind, like, how was the job market right now for this data engineer?
Yeah, exactly. So job market, when it is compared to other domains, this is going to have a much better actually. So, silently Russian is there. I cannot hide that. You know already that. But still, basing on our previous students' discussion, the calls wise, they are getting around 10 calls actually regularly, whoever already trying for the new job. Okay. So that means that is a good number. And many people weekly, 1 or 2 people are also getting the placement. So if you really tried, if you really get the knowledge, and then if your preparation is enough, definitely in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, definitely you'll get the job. No doubt. For whom I taken mock interview, for whom I taken go ahead, they get the job, worst case within 2 weeks. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, then thank you all. Feel free to call back if you have any doubts. Good night.